Welcome to this stream. In today's stream, we are going to be looking at automation and automating social media like we always do, like we have always done so far. Now, in today's stream, we are going to be automating, I believe we are going to be automating Instagram, or we're going to be automating Twitter. So something that we cannot do traditionally just by going to that web page, we're going to learn how to do with automation. Now let's go to Instagram and let's see what we can do with automation. So all right, this is my Instagram page. Let's maybe click on somebody like this person right here. And let's say that I would like to take all of their followers and I would like to start following all their followers. Now that is something that I could do. Or I could follow all of the people that they are following and create a clone account out of this account. Now if I wanted to do this manually, I would have to click here and maybe scroll all the way down and get the information from the different people. Now with automation, this is going to be automated. So we can do either this, or we can go to a Twitter page and we can do the same thing with Twitter. So for example, let's choose an account like this person right here. They have 8,500 followers. So let's say that I wanted to download all of their followers and create an account that that just mimics this person, and just download all of their followers and start following all of their followers as well. Now those are the two processes. I'm going to roughly sketch them out right now. So I will open Power Automate. Before jumping into Power Automate, I'll just create a quick slide of a test robot that we can of what our robot is going to look like. So in the previous video, we have done this robot right here. We've extracted emails from LinkedIn. We send the email to the contact and we kept all of the information in an Excel file. So in today's video, we are going to do something else. So let's just sketch out what our robot should do. So our robot should go to Twitter/Instagram. We'll choose one of these technologies, and anybody that is watching can choose whichever technology they want me to automate. I will gladly follow their advice. So let this be interactive. So what we're going to do, we are going to go to Twitter. We are going to go to either Twitter or Instagram, and then we are going to we're going to download all of the followers of that person. After we've downloaded all of the followers of that person, we are going to follow. Obviously the robot is going to be a little bit more complicated than that, meaning that we can make it a little bit more complicated, but having it keep track of the different things. But right now, let's just start and see how this turns out and where we get to. All right, so we said that we are going to be automating Twitter and the followers of some account on Twitter. So let's say we want to automate their followers. We should be clicking right here and going to the followers. And they have a lot of people following. So let's choose maybe a different account. Let's choose the Process Lens account. So let's go to this account. Let's go to the followers. And let's download all of these followers that we have right here. All right, so let's open Power Automate. Let's create a new process from scratch. So let's call this from Twitter. We could do it also on Instagram, but Twitter is fine for the time being. So all right, we will create a new Canva, and we're gonna search for a new action. The new action is going to just open a web browser. So we're gonna open Chrome, and let's go to this link right here. So Twitter or Instagram. So that is the question that we have. Let's try with Instagram instead. So let's go to Instagram, and if we're having a hard time, we'll try Twitter to see whichever one of these two is faster. Right now we're going to do Instagram, so we're going to open a new browser of Chrome, and after that, let's see what we're going to do. We are going to web record, and we are going to click right here into this link over here. So that opens the followers. So now I would like to extract all of their links and also all of their names as well. So let's get all of the links, and now let's get also the account, this account. We could also get the image as well, but right now it is not necessary. So what else should we get in here? So let's see if we can maybe get this div right here. So let's get this div right here. We might need it to focus later on. So that is, do we need to close this? No, not right now. All right, so let's finish this and let's see what we get inside of our automation. Let's remove everything that we don't need, like those pages. So we're gonna click on a web page. We are gonna extract data from that web page, and we're gonna save that data to output data 2, and then we're gonna click on our div. Now let's see if we can extract all of this information from that div, and see if our automation so far is working. So it's clicking on the followers. It probably has finished already. It hasn't been able to extract any of the information. So let's maybe add a wait, and maybe the page was a little bit too quick. So let's add 5 seconds, and let's try this process again. So the cool part about this is that if you're watching along, you're going to be learning the whole process of building a robot, meaning what can go wrong, what doesn't go wrong, and how you can make your process just stronger. All right, so it did not succeed in extracting anything from the web page. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this in a different way. Let's use the web recorder again. Let's select Chrome, and let's just try one more time to extract all of these elements. So let's select this, and let's also select this, the link as well. So let's click finish, and let's leave this right here. Let's remove all of these. We have a 5-second wait. So let's try this one more time and see if this is going to extract the LinkedIn followers. All right, so let's go back to Power Automate. It was not able to extract these followers. So let's see why that is not. Maybe we have to focus, or well, it is finding the element. It is, oh, it has extracted one of the links. So it has extracted only the first link. That is pretty strange. So let's try this one more time. So let's add a focus as well. So what this is going to do is we're going to make sure that we are on the right window. So let's do it by instance and handle browser. Very good. So let's see if this is gonna make it extract the information. So we managed to extract one row. Let's see if we can extract all of the rows from that page. The next thing that obviously we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to scroll down some way. So figure out how we can scroll scroll here and load more results so that we can extract all of the information. All right, let's go back to our Power Automate and see how did it turn out to be. So again, the process has finished, but it extracted only one row. All right, let's see. Let's try it out one more time and see what is the issue. So let's go right here. So let's extract the name and let's extract what we need. So right here, let's extract the link. So that should have created everything that we need. So let's try this. Let's try this one more time. So we are extracting a lot of data. Let's remove this one more time and we will see which one of these is actually going to work. So we've seen that focus on the window and clicking the link on the web page is not doing that much. So let's try this one more time like this. All right, we have clicked on the followers. The followers have appeared in view. Now let's see if finally we've managed to extract some rows. All right, so we've managed to extract the 11 rows from the page. So that is pretty good. So let's go back here. We managed to extract their link to their profile and their name. All right, so that is a step forward. Let's delete everything that we don't need. So we don't need all of this. So far we are going to the Instagram page. We are clicking on the followers and we are extracting all of the information that is here with the followers. So the objective now is to scroll down and load more elements into view. Now this is going to be pretty challenging, I believe, because Instagram is built in such a way to make it so that robots can't really automate it. So we're going to have to probably try a couple of different things. So, all right, let's see. Extract data from web page. All right, so now we are going to have to probably scroll down somehow in the web page. So how can we scroll down right here? So we have to click here and then we can either scroll with the mouse. So we can scroll with the scroll of the mouse. Well, that could be an easy option, or we could, well, we cannot send keys. We can click here, send keys, no. We can click here and send keys and go down. Or we can use some JavaScript and go down with some JavaScript. So let's try a couple of different things. The easiest thing that comes to my mind is now seeing if I can scroll down with the mouse. So let's see if we have an option. So let's search for the mouse. Let's see if we can send a scroll. I'm not sure if we can send a scroll, right button up, middle click, not really sure. That could be maybe it. All right, let's not. All right, so we cannot use the scroll. I'm not really sure how we can use it. So maybe let's try sending some keys. So let's see if we can send some keys. All right, let's send some keys. And what kind of keys we want to send? We want to send down. All right, so let's search for the down key. We want to send it a couple of times. So let's just start by sending it once, and let's enable this as hardware keys. All right, so let's see if this is going to work. So we are opening our LinkedIn page. Objective is to extract all of the followers. We are here. We managed to extract these followers, but now we need to extract all of them, for all of the different followers. So let's close a couple of these instances. This did not work. We just managed to extract 12 followers. So why is that? We need to send, let's try. So the sending down, it is working. What is actually not working is that we're not sending the down to the right place. So maybe if we clicked maybe right here and send it down, it might actually work. So let's see if we can do that. I have actually created this div previously. So let's maybe send a mouse click. Can we send a mouse click? Let's see if we can send a mouse click. Not yet. We're going to try this if things fail also. Let's focus, or how about let's see what we have in web automation. So we have can we simulate? So we can click. Let's try this. Before the sending down key, let's try clicking a UI element. So we are going to select this UI element right here. We have closed all of our Instagram instances, and let's open this again. So let's go right here. Let's go to this account. And let's see what kind of what we can capture with this. So if we click on followers, that is not working pretty well. Let's try it on our other screen. It is working a little bit better. So much better. So my resolution is a little bit better on the other screen. So let's try sending a click, generating a click. Okay. Very good. All right. I have a couple of elements that I can start working with, and let's see if this is going to work. So I have generated two elements. Let's actually click on, let's try clicking on the text. After that, we'll work on the selector to see if it's how we can make it any better. So all right, it is opening right here. I might be having too many sessions open at the same time. So let's try refreshing this. Let's stop this, and let's try opening this one more time. All right, let's open this one more time. It is opening on another page. Still no sign of life. We did click somewhere, so that kind of did work. So let's try opening it on the other browser and on the other screen and see if it's an issue with the resolution that we are having. So it's waiting for 5 seconds. All right, and now it should click inside of the text. All right, that worked actually pretty well. So now if I will change my screen on which I'm working on, so that everybody can see how that is working on the other screen. So let me change my screen, and let's capture the other screen. Excellent. All right, so that worked. It moved the mouse down, as we can see. So let's try adding a couple of more of these and see if we can capture more data right here. So let's also add one more weight right here, and let's run this process once again. So here it is. It is opening it should click right now in the text previously. So it's waiting 5 seconds. It should click in the text. It should go down, and now it should retrieve a lot of information. I imagine more than, no, it hasn't retrieved a lot of information. So for some reason, the data hasn't been inserted, so we've just managed to get some of the data. So all right, let's try this one more time. So let's do something like this. Let's use the web recorder, and that is what automation is all about. It's about sometimes trial and error. Let's load a lot of elements, and let's try to extract this and the URL. Let's extract it from the next element as well, and now we should have it generated. So let's see if this time it is going to work, and if we're going to extract more information. So I can see here that the information wasn't inserted, so let's remove everything that we don't need, and let's try this one more time. All right, so it is opening the followers once again. It is clicking down, it is going down, is it extracting the information? It has managed to finally extract the information. So here we go, we have managed to extract 24 rows so far. So let's see if I were to add maybe one more of these, could I extract a little bit more data out of this? So let's try this one more time. We are almost there. We have almost created a robot that extracts information from a LinkedIn account. So let's go back here to our LinkedIn page. Let's close some of these LinkedIn pages. And so far so good, I would have to say. So it didn't actually turn out to be as hard or as complicated as I was expecting. So we are again in the followers list, and now the page should go actually quite a lot down. So let's see if we did extract any more information, more than maybe 24 information. The process is going a little bit too fast, so we should add a little bit of weight here as well. So let's add a little bit of weight. And I think we need to add a little bit more scrolling down. So let's add one more weight. So theoretically we can put this in a loop, but let's see if this works. We're going to put it in a loop so that we can actually create something that is going to scroll down all the way down and extract all of the 200 whatever connections that this person has, or 83 connections that this person has. So it is scrolling down, it's waiting now, theoretically should scroll down again, and it is not scrolling down. Now why is that? It has skipped a lot of the, so after scrolling down, so maybe what if we do something like this? Now this is like really the worst kind of practice that we can do, but since this is not working, let's see what happens right now. This could be actually pretty interesting. Let's see if we can get all of these followers. So all right, we're scrolling down. So there is a limit on which we can scroll down. So it doesn't really matter how many of these we put, there is a limit. So let's see if we can maybe repeat and add this selector once again here, and if we can just repeat all of this once again. So click on the UI and send keys. So just like we have it here, click on the UI and send keys. All right, let's see if that is going to be any good. Let's run this process and see what happens. All right, so far so good. That's not what's supposed to happen. Did it break? No, it's clicking, it's doing something. It's now should wait theoretically for 5 seconds and should click again. So that part is not working. very well. So that is because our selector is pretty much garbage. Now let's change our selector and let's try to make it a little bit better. Carla Filipino, so obviously it cannot find this person. So let's try to change this. So let's see what it says. So right here it says text. Let's try going like this. So let's change this and let's just go like this. Update. There is no more Carla Filipino. Theoretically, if it still works, that's pretty good. So let's see what happens. And we can also remove this and change this and add this right here. So let's see if this selector is going to work. This selector should allow us to click theoretically anywhere. I'm not really sure that it's going to work, but let's see what happens. So it clicked somewhere. So theoretically the second one should click somewhere as well. Let's see if it's going to click somewhere. The second one has broken, so probably there is a reference to this person's name once again inside of the selector. Let's take a closer look at the selector and see what we can, if we can fine tune it a little bit more. So all right, let's see. Probably because it's clicking on item 6 and it cannot find item 6, or maybe it is looking for, let's see here. Let's try selecting ordinal and let's see if this is going to work. All right, let's, oh no, on the other one, doesn't matter. Let's see. So again, here we are, it is loading again. If this doesn't work, we can then try again yet another approach. So we can click on something else. Maybe I think I have chosen actually a pretty bad selector to play around with. So this is not working at all. It's not finding anything. So let's try a different approach. So let's click maybe on something else. Let's see what else I have managed to record. Let's try clicking on this box and maybe in the center of this box. So we're gonna click in the center, and what is this called? It's called followers 2, I believe. All right, let's select this. We're gonna click inside of the center and then we're gonna send the keys. So let's try this one more time and see if this is going to work. Different approach. Let's see what happens. So just by spying a different element, maybe this is going to work depending on where we click or where our selector clicks. So far it has actually worked. That is actually great. Now we can actually stop our process. We don't need to wait for it to finish. And let's do something smart that we should have done previously. Let's just create a loop and let's add this loop right here. Obviously I forgot, so let's start this from 0, let's end at 3 and let's increment by 1. So we're gonna do this 3 times right here. Let's move these things in here and let's see if we can now scroll all the way to the bottom of that page. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because these little things are pretty annoying, but once you figure them out, they are yeah, they're just like a checkbox. So let's see, 5 seconds theoretically. Click again. All right, what is this? Not really sure. So it's probably going to click on that image. Ay. All right, so that didn't really turn out as planned. So all right, so let's stop this. Let's maybe offset our image. Let's just try something. Let's just try it. It doesn't matter. Let's save it right here and let's try this one more time. Theoretically, like this, I am holding my fingers crossed. So what we are doing right now, we are offsetting the click of the image. We're making it a little bit more shifted to the right. So it is likely, the mouse is not likely going to be over an image of or over a name of a profile, so that so that it's going to be able to click properly. It is a little bit too much, so that is a little bit too much. So let's change this one more time, and let's offset on the x-axis. Let's try by 10 and see what happens. So a lot of trial and error. Eventually we will get there. It is just a matter of time before we figure it out and we're able to extract all of their connections. So let's see. We started by trying all kinds of different things. Now we've made some progress, and that is not where we wanted to click. So it's minus 10 probably. So let's go right here and let's add minus 10. Let's save and let's try one more time. A lot of trial and error. It could be good if we could create a robot that does this. If anybody is thinking about a cool challenge or a... Oh, damn it. I moved the mouse. So that is still not good enough. So let's try maybe offsetting it by 100 pixels. So let's go here and let's offset it by 100 pixels. I believe these are pixels. These are indeed something. Let's try by 100 pixels. Well, let's not jump so much. Let's try 40 or 50. All right, let's try one more time. We can do this. All right, it is working. So we managed to do the first cycle of the loop. Now you should click on follow. Finally, it is working. That is great. Thumbs up for the RPA champions and for the RPA champion community. Everybody watching, give yourself a thumbs up for learning automation. So we've managed finally to scroll down, and we managed to do the other step that we were stuck on. So let's see if we managed to extract also 46 rows. All right, let's increment our loop and see if we can extract everybody. Let's put it to like 7 and just see what happens. So we got 46 of their followers. Let's see if we can get a few more of these guys. So it started loading. It just randomly clicked on a follow, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. The flow is working. If I get a couple of extra follows in the process, that is great. So it is continuing, so it's not breaking. So let's remember, we should be doing this for 7 times. And the next step, once we finish this, or once we complete this part, we are going to be able to extract their links and follow them back. And maybe in this short video, we can also see how we can follow them back as well. All right, so has this finished? Have I extracted all of her followers? Let's see, she's got 83 followers, and we have extracted 68 followers. So I guess we need to increase our loop maybe by two more times and get all of her followers. This is a pretty rudimentary and pretty not the smoothest API integration or automation. However, the process works. Well, does it? Yes, it does. So, however, the process works, and if the objective is to extract the followers, all of their followers, well, we are on the path. So I got a question which is from Hysteria. Thank you so much for watching, Hysteria. So is there a way to figure out if the user is on the phone or desktop? Now, I'm not really sure what you are referring to, my friend. If they are on the desktop or on the phone. You mean on the... Ah, okay. If they are, yes, there is. Right after this cycle has completed, I will show you how we can do that. So right now I'm viewing it on the desktop mode, but we can very easily change it to the phone mode. I will show you how we can do that. So I think we have extracted all of their followers. So 73 followers, and let's see how many she has. 83. Not really sure why I didn't extract the last 10. Doesn't really matter. Maybe oh, I do know why. Because they are also, I'm following them. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe that could be it. Maybe because I'm following those guys. Anyways, let's answer to Hysteria's question. So how can I know if this is on desktop or on the phone? So I can inspect the element, and if I inspect the element, I can see it right now on the desktop, and like this is on the phone. So when it changes the layout, you know that it's on the phone. So you can do that. You can do that with the inspect element tab in the Google Chrome. So you can change it from desktop to mobile visualization. All right. So that is the first part. We got. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that is... Yes, for sure. So Fight Club, I will do right now a part on Excel where we're going to copy this information inside of Excel, but I will definitely organize a tutorial for Excel sheet automation in particular in detail. And Hysteria, yes, there is. So let's try figuring it. Oh my goodness. So let's try figuring it out. So I think it's in the HTML parameters. From the top of my head, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. So I know there is a parameter in the HTML that says if this is a browser, or if this is a browser, or if this is a mobile device. I'm sure that we can figure it out, but leave me a question, and I'll try to get back to you. Leave me a question in the comments to this video afterwards, and I'll try to get back to you once I figure it out. However, let's just try really quickly, because I'm pretty curious as well. So let's search for how do you... Let's search for this like this, and that could... So give it a search. Not 100% sure how we can do this. Let's jump back into this. But however, Hysteria, if you leave me a question, I am pretty interested in figuring this out as well. So I'll try to figure it out, and I'll leave you a comment. Thank you so much for your question. Let's quickly get all of their followers. So we extracted all of the information from with number 2, so number 4 we don't really need it anymore. And what is the last thing that we need to do? We should put this inside of an Excel sheet. We should make this dynamic, so that whatever link we put here, we are going to automatically extract their profiles, and we have to make this smart in some way. After that, we also have to start following the other people that we've extracted. But for right now, let's put all of the things inside of an Excel sheet. So let's go to Excel. Let's launch the Excel at the beginning of our process. Let's do it with a blank document, and let's save it. At the same time, we are also going to write to the current attached to running, read, get, save, write. Here we go. We're going to write to the Excel sheet, and we're going to write what value? We're going to write, well, first of all, we're not going to leave the Excel sheet, launch Excel sheet. We're going to put it right here in the end. Actually, we are going to cut a couple of steps. We're just going to go here, and we are not going to save this into a variable, but inside of an Excel sheet directly. So we're going to have this Excel sheet. After that, we are going to close the Excel sheet and save this Excel sheet. So let's save this document as, let's save it, and let's get a unique date and time. So let's go with date and time, convert text to date, add date, get current date and time. All right, let's put this all the way at the top. So we're gonna get the current date and time. We're gonna convert the text or date time to text so that we can use it. And let's add this right here, all the different variables. Let's save it. Excellent. And after that, let's go to right here, close our Excel file, and let's create a document. First, let's select where we're going to save it. We're going to save it right here inside the process lens, and we're going to call this Instagram followers. So here we go. We have the Instagram followers, but also in the end, we're going to make this XLX Excel file, and we're also going to add a variable, which is our date and time. So this is going to be unique. This kind of name is pretty bad, so let's make it a little bit nicer. This maybe looks a little bit nicer. So let's save this, and this should be pretty much it. We should extract all of the followers and put them inside of the Excel sheet. So let's see if this has worked, and if this has worked, this has worked. This is pretty good, because with this we can find out who are all of the followers of a specific person. We can follow those followers, and we can do many more things. We can also have their LinkedIn profiles. We can do some targeting, audience. Oh, what has happened here? So let's see. We don't want this to happen. Let's see if this is going to happen again. Let's let it finish, and then we're going to try to manage that exception. So it's going down, it's scrolling down by itself. It got all the way to the back, to the end. So now it is still scrolling more down. So there is still more, apparently, still more profiles to see. So it's scrolling more down. Okay. All right. And now it opened an Excel sheet on my other page. So this is the Excel sheet. So theoretically it should save this Excel sheet as well. So it has not saved the Excel sheet. So why did it not save the Excel sheet? Because I'm using a wrong extension. Probably. Okay, so let's find out the Excel extension on the fly. If somebody knows it, just please type it to me in the chat. All right, so let's add this, and also let's try to fix that issue that we had right here. So the issue was that we're clicking on a little bit on a button. So let's maybe let's make this 150 and see if this is going to be bulletproof, and we're going to extract all of her accounts. So let's see, here we have, did we extract quite a lot of stuff? Yes, we did. And then we can create the robot that is going to extract their accounts, and just create massive amounts of Excel files of different profiles and things. But apparently there is no limit to this, so we can do this forever. We can open different, here we go, we can open different followers, and we can just scroll down and we can get their information. So this is actually going to be pretty bulletproof because the mouse has been positioned right next to the buttons of the following and the follow, so it's never going to click either on the name or on the follow button. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is well, you can do this with JavaScript. So if you just copy and paste some JavaScript inside of your web page, you can do pretty much all of the things that you do in Power Automate desktop. You can also use Fight Club, by the way, thank you for the question. You can also use UiPath, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, Robocorp, Nice, and many other technologies as well. So I, however, find Power Automate desktop to be completely free. Therefore, it's super easy to use and utilize, and it's extremely powerful. As you have seen, Instagram is a super complicated page to extract things and to do any kind of automation. However, in a very little amount of time, we were able to already create a process that is extracting all of your followers, and they've actually made it so that it should be hard for automations to do so. So we have, with Power Automate, we have been able to spy a complex application just like Instagram. So I highly recommend it instead of just using scripts. Using script will help you enhance your code. So absolutely you should do this. Why is this not working? Because we have slashes right here. So all right, let's fix this one more time and convert this in a different format. Let's try if this is probably going to work. So that is pretty much it. Let's try it on a different profile, and just out of curiosity, see if this is going to work on a different profile. So let's go with this dude right here and see if this is going to break or if this is going to work on this profile as well. So if it works, that is actually pretty great. So this guy has 727 followers. We're obviously not going to extract all of his 727 followers because our loop only stops at 9. But we know that a loop of 9 can extract actually around 120. So we will just change our loop and make it go more. So I'm not sure if there is a limit to how much we can scroll down, but we can definitely actually find out right now. After this, we're going to put in a loop that is going to scroll all the way down, and that is going to try to extract all of his 727 followers. Now, I thought that actually this was going to be pretty hard and pretty complicated to do with Power Automate, but it turned out to be actually a pretty easy walk in the park. So we are extracting quite, this process is working so far. It's scrolling down. Thank you SQ Bob Martino for your process. We've opened another Excel, and here are his, how many users did we get? 86. All right. So what would happen if I were to, and again, so that is why this is not working. So we're not supposed to be using the current time, but we're supposed to be using the, ladies and gentlemen, we're supposed to be using the formatted date and time. All right, let's go. So this is going to work 100%, and let's maybe put this to 20. So that should extract maybe 200 users. Let's try it with 200 users. If it's working with 200 users, we're going to increase this to more. Let's actually put it to 15 and see if 15 is going to work. So if it works with 15, we should be able to extract all of his accounts. Now that's a pretty interesting account that this guy has. He seems to be a Italian rapper of some sort and a chef, judging by the pictures that I'm seeing. So process is working so far. In the meantime, while we wait for this to finish, please make sure that you have that you can ask any questions that you would like to know regarding Microsoft Power Automate. Just know that I am currently preparing a Microsoft Power Automate Flow and Microsoft Power Automate Desktop course that is going to include Flow and Desktop, and we're going to build some amazing processes using AI and machine learning. I will be putting this training onto Udemy because it has taken me actually quite a few weeks to put it together, and it's still not finished. Yes, it is completely free. Now, if you just search for, let me drop a link for you right there, but if you just search for Power Automate Desktop, and I'm gonna be messing up my process if I move my mouse. So, but if you just search for Power Automate Desktop, you are going to be able to find it and download it and install it completely free. Keep in mind that you do have to have a Microsoft account. So register for a Microsoft account is completely free. Once you have that, you will be able to log into Flow, and from Flow you will be able to download Microsoft Power Automate Desktop and the gateway as well. So this apparently has finished. Let's check out our process. How many things did it extract? Is this a process? Excel instance has saved successfully. So let's go to our process lens, and here we have the account. This was just created. Let's see what we have inside. So we have 128 accounts. So all right, I will just increase now the my loop right here and put it to 25, or how about let's extract all of this guy's accounts. It's gonna take a couple of minutes, but we're here for that. So 40, could there be a smarter way that I could do this? So if anybody knows of a smarter way that I could maybe scroll down that I can scroll down all the way to the bottom without yeah, I think this is going to be how we do it this time. So there might be a better way or a different way. Automations and robots are built yeah, by humans for humans. No, not really, but automations and robots are built all differently, so it doesn't really matter how you build your robot or how you as long as it does the same thing. So it can do the same thing in many different ways or in many different actions. All right, so here we are scrolling down, and we are scrolling down. We should be getting all of their connections so far. So that is pretty much it for this training and for this tutorial. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them down inside of the description. If you also have any ideas for future trainings or other training that you would like to see on Power Automate and on automation, I would love to make them for you. A big shout out for my Chilean friend who requested this automation to see how you extract things from Instagram. So let's wait for this to finish, and once it has finished, it should save the file, and it should we should have all of this guy's followers. So we could also put I'm thinking about right now, we could also put a really big number inside of our loop. It doesn't really matter. Yes, for sure, sir. You can drop your query underneath any one of my videos on the channel. You can write me an email. You can join the Discord channel where the community is, and that's pretty much it. You can also ping me on LinkedIn where I am most active. So whatever your question is, if you need some help, I am here to help you guys. Automation is great, and sharing this knowledge on how to automate, I think it's great, and I would love to share it. So let's wait a little bit longer for this process to finish. So let's see, is it still going? Yes, it is still going down. Not sure that this is going to work. I mean, how can we load onto the page like 727 links inside of a little window? But I guess that's what we're doing. So I will also get a glass of water while this is continuing. I would love to leave some music in the background. However, I will get sued by YouTube, and that is not a good thing. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel as well. So I will be back in a second. Let's see if this robot is going to do what we set forward to do in the beginning of this video. Alright, we are back. This robot is still going. It is going to be sir, here we go. I cannot move my mouse, but you can ping me on LinkedIn, or my email is greg@processlens.com. So if I move the mouse and I click on other places of the screen, I might mess up the robot because it might click somewhere else. So since we're almost here, I think it has actually completed. Has it completed? Yes, it has completed. And here is the Excel file that it has generated. Is it a huge Excel file? It's a pretty huge Excel file. So we have 314. So we have half of these guys. So if I were to continue scrolling down, I guess I would get all of them. So we managed to get half of this, half his connection. I think that is more than enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, Fight Club and Hysteria, thank you so much for joining and tuning in and for your questions. All of you RPA champions out there looking for automation, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video and in the next live stream. Thank you again. You are the best.